Hello, my name is Rachel, and today I'll be taking you through a restorative yin flow. All you're going to need for class today are these two blocks and either a bolster or a pillow or something similar that you have at home. And if you don't have time to practice with me right now, make sure to add this to your watch later list and practice with me later on. Today we're going to get started in a comfortable seated position, and go ahead and close your eyes and bring your palms to touch at the center of the chest, and just take a couple of deep breaths for me, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and let it all go. Take one more deep inhale and exhale. Now go ahead and set an intention for class today. Maybe you want to feel present. You want to make it through the whole class without pausing it or doing something else. Maybe you want to feel at peace. Maybe you want to release something that's been stressing you out, or something else entirely. But whatever that is, go ahead and set an intention for how you want to feel for the rest of class. And just sit with that intention for a moment. And whenever you're ready, release your palms onto the thighs or onto your knees. Open up the eyes, and you're going to bring your right palm over towards the right side of the mat and bring your left arm overhead. Look underneath that left armpit and breathe into that left side body. Just a couple more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, come back to center, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So bringing your left palm out a couple inches towards the left, bringing the right arm overhead, looking underneath the right armpit, and breathing into that right side body. And when you're ready, come back to center, and this time you're going to gently fold forward. You can either come flat onto the palms, or you can release your forearms onto the ground or onto the mat, and then release the head and the neck, bringing the shoulder blades back. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly roll on up. And we're going to get into a supported child's pose. So you're going to take your bolster or your pillow or a blanket and come into your child's pose by bringing the big toes to touch, spreading your knees out as wide as the mat, sitting back onto the heels, and then bring that bolster, make sure it's parallel to the mat, and bring it in towards your hips. And you're just going to gently lie down onto the bolster with the belly and the chest, releasing the head as well. You can either bring your forehead onto the bolster or one side of your cheek and lie it on the bolster. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly go ahead and roll on up, moving that bolster to the side of the mat. And we're gonna come into a tabletop position. So once you're in your tabletop, make sure that the shoulders are directly over the wrists and that your hips are directly over the knees and that your feet are hips width distance apart. And we're gonna take some cat-cows here. So as you inhale, arch the spine, open up the chest, look forward, and exhale, curl it all in. Inhale, arching the spine, and exhale, curl it all in. And just keep moving through a couple more cat-cows, moving with your breath at your own pace. And when you're ready, slowly come back into a tabletop position. And this time you're gonna lift your right arm straight up towards the sky, opening up the chest to the right side of the room. And thread the needle underneath the left, bringing your left shoulder blade onto the mat. Your right shoulder blade onto the mat. And with your fingertips of the left palm, you can either come up onto the fingertips and bend that left elbow, or you can bring the left palm a couple inches forward and lie it flat onto the mat. When you're ready, slowly bring yourself back up to tabletop. This time we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you're gonna lift that left arm up towards the sky, opening up the chest towards the left side of the room, and then thread the needle, bringing the left shoulder blade onto the mat. When you're ready, slowly come on up, coming back into a tabletop position. Go ahead and tuck the toes and come back into a downward facing dog. If it feels nice, you can go ahead and pedal out the feet here, or move the hips from side to side. But when you're ready, settle into your down dog by taking a deep inhale through the nose and a deep exhale out of the mouth. Take another deep inhale and exhale. And with your next inhale, go ahead and lift your right leg straight up towards the sky. Bend that right knee and bring that knee in towards that right wrist, and you're gonna place it right behind the right wrist, setting up for pigeon on the right side. And I like to use my blocks here, so I put one underneath the chest and one underneath the forehead before lowering myself down. And just breathe into that right hip here. With each exhale, feeling any tension, any stress that's stuck in that right hip, slowly leaving the body. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly roll on up, moving your blocks to the side of the mat, and make your way back into a downward facing dog. Once you're in your down dog, take a deep inhale through the nose and a deep exhale out of the mouth. With your next inhale, go ahead and lift that left leg straight up towards the sky. Bend that left knee and bring it in towards that left wrist, placing it right behind and setting up for pigeon pose on the left side. Once again, if you used blocks on the other side, go ahead and use them on this side. And make sure that the hips are squared towards the front of the mat before slowly making your way down onto the blocks or onto the mat, or whatever other props you have. This time, breathing into the left hip, that left side of the body. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly roll on up, bringing the blocks to the side of the mat and making your way back into a downward facing dog. On your next inhale, go ahead and lower the knees onto the mat, and we're gonna lay onto our bellies on the mat, but with a bolster right underneath the hips and the belly. So you're just gonna lay flat onto that bolster. And then go ahead and bring your right palm over the left for a little pillow, a little cushion, and you're gonna release your forehead onto the hands. And if it feels nice, you can move your hips from side to side a little bit. But just let yourself relax here for a couple of moments. When you're ready, slowly come on out of this. And move your bolster to the side of the mat. And we're gonna come onto our backs, and you're gonna bring your block with you. So I want you to set up for a bridge pose here. Bending the knees, bringing the feet onto the mat, hips width distance apart. And then you're going to take your block on either the lowest or the medium height and slowly lift your hips a couple inches off of the mat, placing that block right underneath before lowering back down. And you can either bring the arms out wide to the sides, opening up the chest, or you could bring both palms onto the belly for some support. then you can either stay right here for your final resting pose, or you can come into Shavasana. When you're ready, bring yourself back by wiggling the fingers and the toes. You can take a deep stretch overhead with the arms, like you're just getting out of bed. And feel as if somebody is pulling on your toes in the opposite direction, getting as long as possible. And then rolling over to one side in fetal position. Before slowly bringing yourself back into a comfortable seated position at the top of the mat. And bring your hands to touch at the center of the chest. Just taking a moment to thank yourself for coming to class today, for taking the time to move your body, to quiet your mind and connect with your spirit. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking class with me today. I hope to see you guys soon. If you want to watch more yoga videos with us or fitness videos, then make sure to download the Yoga Plus app. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Welcome to Yoga Plus. Courses available from pupil to yogi. Sort by yoga, fitness, and instructors. Create your own routines. Access the pose library. Yoga Plus by PsycheTruth, available on Google Play and the App Store.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by PsycheTruth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.